on? Is it on? Is this thing recording? This is your girl TS Madison, and we are back with TGIF, honey. Now, y'all know we here to spill the tea and break down the biggest headlines in the news and on social media. Now, I'm going to need for y'all to sit back, relax, and get ready to sip this hot tea. What's up, Al? How you doing, baby?
What's going on, TS? Welcome back, beautiful.
Thank you, boo. Hey, Funky Dineva, what's happening?
What's going on, girl? You got your gold hair on. You got it fixed all nice up there. Giving us gold, goddess.
Child, they was laying me out the other day, honey, about how my light was tore up, girl. I had to come down here and get this thing fixed, baby.
You don't got it fixed, child.
What y'all drinking on tonight?
I am drinking some good old H2O water tonight, y'all.
I'm doing hot tea.
Water? You on hot tea?
Hot tea.
Oh, baby, I got
so we can spill some hot tea.
Baby, I got my Saint Germain, my lemonade, me some Stella Rosa, and some Absolute Vodka, baby. And I'm about to what? Get into these topics, okay?
Let's go.
Now listen, Chrisean Rock claims that she's pressing charges against Blueface for posting a photo of their newborn son's genitalia online. Now, the photo was shared on Blueface's account on X, which is formerly known as Twitter, with the caption, "This is what my son's bleep looks like." And she worried about me and little baby bleep. Like, bitch, get your son bleep right, then do what you want. Blueface has since claimed his account was hacked. Now, Dineva, do you think Chrisean should press charges against Blueface for posting that photo?
Should. That's kind of hard when somebody's your husband, boyfriend, or baby daddy, if you're in good or bad situation. I don't see nobody necessarily pressing charges against their baby daddy. Would I like her to? I would like her to press charges against her baby daddy and herself at this point, because I'm just tired of both of them. There's not even any commentary left to give other than we tired of both of them.
Oh, that's right. I mean, to back you up with that, like, I ain't mad at them, but I don't got to see them. And I don't got no beef with none of them. And whatever they do, honey, is their thing. Let them do their thing. Do your thing, 21, do your thing. What about you, Al? What say you?
Listen, I'm over these two, but let's be very clear. Number one, the baby's already being used as a prop and a plaything to create more contention between these two and their dysfunction, right? That really sucks because that baby didn't ask for this. Don't put me in the middle of all this nonsense. And number two, Blueface already has too many legal issues. Guys, remember he was charged with robbery back in June, and then he pleaded guilty to a shooting in July, which he goes in front of the sentencing board on Monday. So, Chrisean, you better lay low, sweetheart, because if this man goes away to prison, who else you going to have to, like, help build your brand? I mean, your show is gone because he's in prison. You won't have a show with him anymore. The cash cow, the jig is up. So I wouldn't add any more charges to this man's already healthy legal woes, because if you do, you just might find your husband in jail. And if he's in jail, it won't be no more content to create and make a lot of money from.
Listen, I just want to say, for me, that I think they fit a type of audience demographic. I don't fit into that demographic, because, I'm really uninterested in a lot of things that they got going on. I hope that for the sake of her, that she gets out of that relationship that's toxic, and not just toxic. I think that he's a narcissist. He displays lots of narcissistic behavior with her. And, I just wish the best for her,
Let's talk about some of these comments. My biggest concern was CPS already came to their house when he asked the child, was the child gay? Because he had the strippers out there and there was barely any food in the pantry. CPS already looking at y'all. Then you got the baby not being supported properly in the Walmart. Now you got the baby's genitalia plastered all over social media. Y'all are always fussing and fighting and look angry, unstable, and unhinged. I would not be surprised if CPS gets involved again when it comes to Chrisean and his child. And some of our soulmates say, Business with Bree said, I would pay to never ever have to hear an update about these people. Michelle Witt said she better before CPS comes and takes that kid. Right. And Chelsea Freeman says, I want to get out of the family group chat so bad. Like, please free us. And last but not least, Kate Boss said she better get that baby his surgery before she some press damn charges. I guess she was trying to say before somebody press charges.
Press charges on her.
Right. Yeah. Well, speaking of the family group chat, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta ended their season with a roundtable discussion about racism and colorism. Now, the roundtable was a result of the altercation between cast members Erica Mena and Spice. Al, how do you feel about the roundtable discussion?
I love the idea of the roundtable. I'm not sure that I would watch a roundtable of those people leading it. But Funky has said that a lot here on this show when we come to the impasse or the crossroads of a very sensitive topic. So I think I was like, wow, that was really cool that they came up with that concept. And I know it's because Mona Scott, I know you watch TGIF. Stop playing with us over here. You stole our idea, and we're going to let you have it this time. But I'm going to tell you what, with the round table of not, Erica Mena obviously still didn't learn anything from the round table. She still hasn't learned what her words mean because she has doubled down on it. And now she said in a quote, what? She's standing 10 toes down. Now she's saying that they're used to watching them run around with monkeys or some quote like that on the job that has paid you for 13 years. Now, because they fired you, now you're going to talk junk. Now, I didn't like that part.
Now, listen, before I ask you, Dineva, I'm right. Erica Mena posted this comment saying that the sad truth in all of this is that the franchise has always depicted us as zoo animals.
There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah. So what say you, Dineva?
I mean, you know what? Two things can be true at the same time. I 100% understand why Alexa, what's this girl name? Erica. No disrespect. I can 100% understand why Erica is bothered. She's absolutely right. For 13, 14 years, y'all have allowed me to throw bottles, jump across tables, basically say any and everything I want out of my mouth. And to her point, she says this aired 6 to 7 months after they filmed it, and everybody was okay with it. And y'all only came out with this statement when it comes to the backlash. We've since learned that Erica has been reprimanded for using that word in the past. And again, two things can be true at the same damn time. Erica, you had no business using that word, and you deserve every bit of backlash and fallout that you're getting as a result of it. However, the company full of shit too. I've worked with that organization. There are so many Black women between production and executive level, and that clip slid by all them damn people, and nobody had a problem with it until it aired and y'all received backlash. So I can understand Erica's attitude. She still was wrong, but I can understand why she's saying, y'all let me act like a zoo animal for 14 years. Why is today any different?
Right. And I totally back you up with that too, Dineva, about the way that the production saw this whole clip. They saw this stuff months before. Like, people think when you watch a reality TV that this stuff is it's filming in the now. They've already filmed that, edited that, aired it. Now that they got the views and the hype up over it, now they mad about it. Now, here's my thing. I myself have gotten in a lot of hot water for a lot of things that I've said in defense of stuff. And I want to let y'all know that I don't think that anybody that's non-Black should be using a slur like monkey, to Black folks. Like, if you're non-Black, it's just things you just can't use. Just like we use the N-word amongst each other and all that stuff, which I don't feel that we should all the time, but that's just the way we communicate. But anybody that's non-Black shouldn't be using, slurs like that.
I also think TS Madison, that just from a businesswoman, Erica Mena is a smart businesswoman. Mm-hmm. That woman keeps a check coming in. She keeps an endorsement coming in, and she is a well-known influencer out here. Don't mess up your bag, sweetheart. An apology is all it takes. And doubling down and calling the place that you work, making those type of comments, really is going to box you out of television in the future. And you make great television. So why do that to yourself? For me, I always want to protect the bag, right? You said what you said. You meant what you said. You see the backlash of what you said. apologize and try to rebuild that bridge that you burned down so that you can go back and get your check. It doesn't necessarily have to be at VH1, but what television network now wants you on their station with you behaving and talking about another network like this?
Right. She go right on over there. She go right on over there to Claudia Joy and the other employer. She go right on over there to Zoom.
Hush your mouth, Dineva.
And let Claudia sit on one of them sofas for one of the picking in the ass reunions and ask her questions, and then come back over here and act all classy or whatever. She go right on over to Claudia.
Oh, God.
Speaking about going after the bag, rapper Lil Boosie said on a recent podcast interview with the Danza Project that he once turned down $250,000 to perform at an LGBTQ event. Now, during the interview, Lil Boosie said he's not a fake person when it comes to making money. He continues saying that he didn't take the money because the LGBTQ event went against his beliefs. Now, I'm going to tell you something. There's so many things and so many different beliefs that I have with Lil Boosie, and I'm going to try to keep it cute. You know, he ain't take the money, but I'm just going to go talk to the promoters really quick. See, a lot of times that in our community, the Black LGBTQIA community, what tends to happen is that we outsource during Pride. We go pick anybody that's hot, popping, that ain't did nothing in our community, that don't speak for our community, that cares nothing about our community, could care if we crashed and burn, nothing. And we put them because they popping and hot or in the media, and they want to give them thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And then when you get somebody that's in the community that's doing community work, or that's a celebrity in the community, you don't see them as a celebrity, and you over here trying to lowball them or give them little bits of money. Now, I do believe that he probably was, especially during that time he was talking about Zaya Wade, that he was offered lots of money. Now, $250,000, that sounds like some type of Black Pride stuff. You know, well, Dineva, what you say? Do you think he was offered that?
Boosie was offered something, but Boosie damn sure wasn't offered no $250,000. It's just hard for me to believe. First of all, I don't know a Pride organization that has $250,000 to book for one artist. I don't. I was Al over there laughing. I don't. Them people over there barely got enough money to pass out condoms and lube in the back of the club the way they used to in the 90s and the early 2000s. You don't even see the girls passing out condoms no more, baby. They just let the girls have sex. I'll hit your girl, use a leaf or use a piece of plastic. The funding is so low with the LGBT. Ain't nobody raising $250,000. Now,
I know $250,000.
They probably offered him $2,500 in a box of condoms. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you something. If this story and this headline was designed to rile up the LGBT community, please don't be. This is what I respect him for this. You've let it be known, I don't rock with you. And yes, don't take my money, because there are so many people out there who lack integrity, who will not rock with you, but gladly take your money. And again, I'm not mad with him at all. I'm mad with the LGBT organization that went to book him. And we see this a lot, to Madison's point. Y'all go out and book whoever's hot because y'all trying to make the deals for them events and realizing they be some of the most homophobic, transphobic people out there. So, Boosie, thank you for declining our money. And LGBT organizations, shame on you for even sending an email to inquire what his booking fee would be for a Pride event.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to piggyback with Funky on this one. Mm-hmm. Like, shame on any LGBTQ community, organization that extended $250,000. Because one thing we know, he is one of the most vocal anti-gay artists in the industry. He's made no problems about his stance. So why would you spend all your organization's hard money to book him to be on stage? That just didn't make any sense to me. That part I don't believe. Now, what I do believe, though, and I will continue to say this on this show, Lynne Zeus Network, you guys need to give this man a reality television show. He's entertaining as hell. He comes up with some of the best things that we always cover, which is controversial. Because at the end of the day, make up which side of the lane you on. You against their beliefs? If you're against the LGBTQ beliefs, then why is your assistant gay? And also, not to mention, you have a sibling, you have a daughter that's a part of the community. So what are you actually saying? What are you actually saying? But anyway, back to Zeus. This man right here would make great TV. You guys need to give him a job.
And so I want to
make me a producer.
RP said, so he just volunteered this information. Boosie is so obsessed with the LGBT community. Simone Allen says the same man that don't mind seeing women doing sexual stuff together. Oh, okay.
Right.
Kaiki 16 said the organization that tried to book Boosie is an example of people protecting Black male abusers. I agree.
Right. Listen, they could have broke us 75,000. They could have gave me 25, Dineva 25, and Air 25. We came and turned the LGBTQ party out.
Okay.
You get what I'm telling you? Now listen, coming up next, we're taking a trip to the swamps of Florida. And later, find out why the NFL is concerned about Usher, in the words of the old ladies, Usher's Super Bowl halftime show. Stay tuned. Listen, whether good, bad, ugly, or just plain dumb, the tea is always overflowing with crazy news stories from the state of Florida. Oh, I'm embarrassed. And that's why we're giving you the 411 in What the Florida? My God, today, an 86-year-old woman, Cynthia Milligan, was arrested after she allegedly stole over $10,000 from a 99-year-old man who lived at the same senior living facility she did. Now, the son of the victim said his father was legally blind, 80% deaf, and not competent enough to sign the $10,000 check to Cynthia. Fuck it, Dineva. What do you have to say about these senior scammers?
I ain't mad with the scammers, okay? Work ain't honest, but it pays the bill. That lady room and board bill went up. I'm mad with the family members of that older man, because that means y'all last ain't went down there and was saying about that man as regularly as y'all should have, because y'all would have caught that. Y'all would have caught that. Now, everybody know. See, y'all, everybody know when you take your people to those places, you don't supposed to take their good clothes, you don't supposed to take their good perfume, you don't supposed to take none of their jewelry, because them CNAs go in there and steal up all the people's stuff. Okay, they be on the bus stop smelling like all the people white diamonds. This lady did what you supposed to do when you work at the nursing home with them senile people. You supposed to take their stuff. That's the whole reason people work there.
Well,
now,
you know,
what you say?
She lives there, but this is the deal. She lives there, but she's what's called a senior ambassador. So as a senior ambassador at this senior citizen, she helps the elderly with their mail. She sets up appointments for them to go to the doctors, and she coordinates events like bank outings, right?
So she worked there, but she just live on the property.
Right. She's a senior ambassador. So she helps them, you know, do these types of things. Anyway, she told the police that the elderly man wanted to give her $10,000 for saving his life. So somewhere along in her ambassadorship, she claimed she saved his life. The police said, well, what did you do to save his life? And they couldn't. She couldn't think of what she did to save his life. So then she changed the narrative to that she got $10,000 from him because somebody had been calling her about an oil rig. Y'all remember that scam when they were calling the elderly people about oil rigs being down and it needed a part? So this was what she claimed. She gave the money to a lady named Deborah. Because the money went into a fake.
Brought Deborah in it. How Deborah?
What she got to do with it?
So they've been looking for Deborah forever, and they can't find Deborah. So they arrested this lady on Monday because they can't find Deborah because she had moved the $10,000 to a girl's account named Deborah, but Deborah's nowhere to be found. and she has been arrested, and she's now going to jail. Now, I don't know what an 86-year-old woman going to do in jail. That's like wasting taxpayers' money right there.
I feel like when they go at that age, they shouldn't even go. Like
they should be put like an ankle bracelet on and be at home arrest. Right. Like, where are they gonna go?
Right. Child, she definitely one of the original City Girls, honey, before Chrisean got involved, baby. You know.
And listen, yeah, and she spent all the money. I meant to tell you.
Spent all the money, credit card and the scammers, baby. And listen, another Florida woman, 41-year-old Katie Mahai, was indicted this week after allegedly driving onto the Kennedy Space Center with a gun and almost hitting a police officer while trying to escape. Katie is facing serious charges and a possible 15-year sentence. My God, today. Funky. Why in the hell did she roll up in the damn Space Center with a gun?
She ought to be happy that they shoot her ass up with one of them intergalactic lasers they got up there that they found on one of the damn UFOs. You know, mental illness is real. Today is not the day, y'all, for y'all to be playing, to be going into establishments with guns, driving through guard gates and stuff. This lady is lucky to have her life, because had they hired me for Whacking Hut, had I worked for Whacking Hut or Alliance Security, because you know all they take is a GED and 6 credit hour test. Security guard. Had it been my ass, bitch, I would have been to the front talking about how you didn't want to sign your name in on this clip when I had to shoot. I was scared. You know what I'm saying? She's lucky she didn't get shot up.
Q, you supposed to be defending her. This is what happened, Q. Now, she wanted to go in outer space, but she didn't have the $450,000 to pay the commercial flight by Virgin Galactica. So she decided to take matters into her own hands. Yeah. Only in Ocala, Florida, y'all. Anyway, I made that part up that she did want to pay this $450, but listen, I'm assuming she wanted to go to space, but she wasn't gonna pay that $450,000 that everybody else does.
Child, she'd have been better off getting in the immersible, honey, and going out there finding Titanic was there, girl.
Because how much they went for?
$250,000. No, they went for right. What? It was something.
They went for something cheaper.
She ain't need no gun or nothing down there. Listen, Florida St. Johns County will no longer require no candy signs on sexual offenders' front lawns for Halloween. Some parents are concerned about the change, arguing that removing the signs will give people no idea that a possible sex offender lives there. Now, fuck it, Dineva. Do you think that no candy signs should stay in the place for Halloween?
I think so, and here is why. A no candy sign. I'm not all about. I do believe people can be rehabilitated. I do think one of the worst things that you can ever do is touch a child. And I think the worst thing that can ever happen to you is that you end up on that no child registry list, because from what I hear, it's very hard to find a place to live. You have to be XYZ amount of feet from a school, from this and that, and we got to do what we got to do to protect our children. I think the no candy sign should have to stay, and here is why. I don't think that sign automatically denotes that you're a sex offender. It could denote you somebody like me that just don't want nobody knocking on your door. So because it's not busting them and making them targets for the community, I think the no candy sign should have to stay.
Yeah, I'm in totally agreement with you with that, Dineva. I feel like the sign should stay because, listen, just because you don't went to jail don't mean that that's out of you. You know, that's something that you need to seek real help for, you know. So I do think that the no candy sign should stay in the lawn. What you say, Al?
I think if you are DeSantis, Mr. Florida, if you are shutting down people, young kids going to see trans, what are these?
Drag queens.
Mm-hmm. Then you need to keep the no candy sign. Because listen, if that no candy sign comes down, even though they still are not allowed to have any visible Halloween decoration, or all of the residentials who are offenders have to turn their lights off at 5 p.m. and they're prohibited from dressing up, that's not going to stop a kid from fishing for candy. Now, candy for kids is like offering them pure gold. So I think there needs to be a sign, and every parent in that neighborhood should be in support of that sign so that your child doesn't go up to a house and possibly be baited. Now, if you're so strong that you don't want drag kids around drag queens, then you need to be as strong as you don't want kids around sex offenders.
You better say that, Al. You better say that. Now listen, coming up next, find out why Usher, aka Usher, has planned for his Super Bowl halftime show. And later, Britney Spears' recent behavior is causing concern. Find out why after this. This Saint Germain is so deep in my system right now. It's been in it all week and it is so good. Listen, I want to welcome y'all back to TGIF. Girl, let's talk about it. Now listen, plans for Usher's Super Bowl halftime show are being made, and some are concerned that the singer might perform with pole dancers. Now, a source close to the preparation said that Usher just wants to set himself apart and make history as one of the greatest performers to hit the world stage. Now, Al, do you think it would be appropriate for Usher to have pole dancers as a part of his halftime show?
Listen, so this is what we know. The NFL has stated that they want a family-friendly Super Bowl halftime, and that's why Jennifer Lopez got in so much trouble. Now, they listed things that are allegedly not appropriate, like crotch grabbing, pole dancing, sexual innuendos are supposed to be things that they're not looking for. So for me, if I want Usher to be one of the best halftime performances ever, stay away from the stuff that's going to cause you controversy and also maybe cause you to be censored, because the last thing we want the NFL to do is censor him during the Super Bowl. Staying clear of it. You're way more talented than that, and you can definitely come up with a creative director to make this something that everybody will remember even better than Rihanna's 2023 Super Bowl.
Can I raise my hand and ask a question?
Yeah.
Why you go down there and get Usher if you don't want him to give you the things that Usher gonna do? Now, you know Kiki went down there and risked it all with her husband, her baby, everything for an Usher performance. So don't sit up here and act like that you don't want Usher to do what Usher gonna do. Now, if I see there, listen, so what makes pole dancing, dirty? Like, there are some places that people are professional pole dancers. Like, why can't he not have professional pole dancers come down the pole saying it's 7 o'clock on the dot? I'm in my drop top cruising the streets. That's what I want to see. He has an extensive catalog that's off the chain that we gonna be in our seats grinding and bumping. Like, why would you hire a black man that gives that urban music to come over here to censor? Like, what's that all about? Funky, what say you?
So first of all, I just think all of this news is premature. All right, I'm just not here. We just got the reveal last week that he's doing it. Now all of these leaks are coming out about polls and stuff, and they're purpose leaks. And listen, there can be a Cirque du Soleil element to pole dancing. To Madison's point, a pole does not automatically equal stripper or sex. But we also got to understand too, every year with this NFL Super Bowl thing, you've got a pocket of Americans that are going to find a problem with any and everything. So to Al's point, in an effort to just mitigate all of it, he could come down a pole in a tuxedo and a church dress, and there's still a faction of people over there that find a way to make it bad and say, we're forcing sex on the children and stuff. So Usher, just stay away from it. Instead of having poles, come down on ribbons, come in on some camels. You know what I'm saying? Get some new elephants and do jungle.
Put on those skates. Put on those skates and skate all across.
Put on them skates. You know what I'm saying? Let's come on in on a surfboard or something, or fly on in like Diana Ross. Just leave the stripper poles alone.
Dang. I can't get my 7 o'clock on the dot at the crock top cooking some meat. Dang.
Y'all think Kiki gonna be a part? He gonna bring Kiki out, or is he gonna bring Beyonce out? Because didn't Beyonce bring him? Wait a minute.
If Kiki want to save any semblance of her relationship, left her, that boy, and Usher don't need to be in the same vicinity
nowhere
soon. if it wasn't for the fact that Beyonce was just on this mega tour, I would be like, ooh, that would be real cute.
Right.
If she come out. I don't know. He gonna bring some dope people out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right. Former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick wrote a letter to the New York Jets offering his services while the team's star quarterback Aaron Rodgers recovers from a season-ending injury. Now, Colin said in his letter that he would be honored to lead the practice squad. What's your take on the Colin fighting for an NFL job, Al?
I'm just freaking disgusted. I'm disgusted. How sad is it that he has to write a letter? First of all, the Jets are desperate for a veteran quarterback. That's number one. Number two, the punishment of Kaepernick needs to come to a freaking end. This guy won 4 playoff games. He was featured in a Super Bowl, and he was considered a top 20 quarterback his last year of quarterbacking. So don't act like the man is not a solid athlete. And on top of that, NFL, I'm pissed because I'm tired of you using him as a cautionary tale and a warning to other black players that express their opinion. Like, if you act up too much, we're going to do you like Kaepernick. Those days are over. And we need to surround this man, and I mean all of us, including present black athletes of all sports, and get this man a job back because he deserves it. Look at some of these backup. He's not even asking to be on the main roster. He's saying, put me on the freaking, what is it called?
Practice squad.
Yeah, the practice squad. You can't put this man on a practice squad with all those accolades and he still has it. Like, what are we doing here? This is the owners and the NFL's way of telling other black players, in my opinion, you better watch out because if you do too much, we'll shut you down just like him. It's time for this to come to an end.
Now, quiet as it's kept, Kaepernick hasn't played in the NFL since 2016 after refusing to stand for the national anthem to protest police brutality and racial injustice. What say you, Dineva?
I love everything that he did, the movement that he caused, that he struck up. I hate that he lost everything in the process. And I feel a little double-minded on this, right? Because the gut part of me is like, son, stop begging these people for a job. Let these people have this shit. Let them have it. You're begging at a point. You know what I'm saying? You're begging them at this point. And I just don't know that my ego and pride would allow me to give them that type of satisfaction. Or maybe this begging is part of his plan to show, listen, guys, these people are so racist, they won't even put me on a practice squad. Colin Kaepernick, maybe that's part of his plan to further expose the NFL. But I want to point out, guys, this is what it looks like when people truly band together and make their mind up about something.
And keep you out.
You know what I'm saying? And let's take the negative out of it. This is what it looks like when you can get a group of people in cahoots. There are power in numbers, and this should be a cautionary tale for us to not use that for bad per se, but imagine the things that we could get accomplished if we stood together like these people said and not did anything. But one other thing I wanted to point out, Al, the sad part about it, y'all, is nothing's probably going to happen. This is what happens when we don't own shit.
That's right.
That's something I hate it. It's wrong and it's racist. But at the end of the day, that's them people's shit. And them people can do whatever they want to do with their shit.
But wait a minute. Doesn't Venus and Serena own a football team now? Venus and Serena people. Give that man a job.
Girl, Serena over there married to that. Serena over there married to that white man. She said, Rich, you ain't finna mess up our family relations over here. I got to sit down and eat Thanksgiving with these people. She said, Serena.
But Al, listen, Al, to you and Dineva's point. Now, you see how you said Venus and Serena them own a football team or whatever? This is what happens. The white folks band together. They tell the color folks they ain't going to be able to get in there. And the black folks over there be like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. And it's just like, it's a loss on each end. You band together. You keep this man out. You got black folks over there that can say, hey, let me come over here and give you a job. Or does he even see them as valid as asking them for a job?
We got some questions, and we got a valid question from a soulmate. Monique J says, what company hires somebody after giving them a settlement? Move on, Kaepernick. Shannon Farmer says, Cap need to stop begging them folks for scraps. Ariel 88 says, why is he begging for a job he says that is racist and that he got a settlement from? And lastly, Kay Clarella says, we need a league of our own.
That's it.
The Negro
Football
League.
So we do. All right, y'all. In other news, the U.S. Congress is trying to avoid a government shutdown this week, with both Republicans and Democrats searching for a solution. If the government shuts down, this will affect millions of Americans and federal employees who may find themselves without a paycheck until the shutdown is over. Now, all I'm going to say before I ask any one of y'all what y'all opinion is, IRS, all that money that y'all owe me back for my business, I'm going to need y'all to run me that. I've been sitting over here waiting since May. Y'all can't shut down until y'all run me that. Please and thank you. Dineva.
I think we're gonna end up shutting down. I think that these Republicans are very cavalier. They vote in a way to just piss off the other side. They don't give a good goddamn. There's a precedence for this. We've been shut down before. I just warn those of us out there who, are living paycheck to paycheck, which is most Americans. You store up on your bread, store up on your canned supplies. Start letting your baby wear one pamper just a little longer. Just let her stay pissy for a little extra hour.
Stop.
Ain't gonna give them no diaper rash. You got to start to ration your toilet paper because shit about to get tight. Plus, they got this whole nother iteration of COVID about to roll around. And it's about to get cold. And the holidays coming up. Y'all both better ration. You better ration. It's coming.
So hell no. This is political terrorism. And they're threatening to hold the American people hostage because they got their feelings hurt because of the bipartisan spending bill. They want to renege on a deal that they made earlier this year, and it's not cool. And it's not fair that because you are conservative faction, Republican Party, white supremacists having political twists, it's going to make 4 million people suffer. That's 2 million people in the military and 2 million people that are working for the federal government. Forbes quoted today that just on the travel industry alone, that's $1 billion lost a week for every day that is shut down. Why are we going through this? Why are you putting the American people through this? And why would any American vote for someone who's taking money out of you and your children's mouth? All of y'all are crazy for supporting this nonsense. This is stupid.
God, just run me mine. Run me all mine before y'all do anything, honey. The last 4 digits of my social security number is the last 4 digits of Dineva's. Run me mine.
You tried it.
That's horrible.
All right, y'all, keep it locked because coming up next, find out why Britney Spears and her mother are feuding again. And later, Kanye West is terrorizing Italy. Y'all stick around. Honey, baby, the fans of Britney Spears are concerned after she posted a video of herself dancing with knives and then appearing with cuts and bandages on her body. Britney claimed that the knives were fake, but her new video has everyone thinking otherwise. Now, Al, do you think Britney is becoming a danger to herself?
Becoming? She been a danger to herself. This is just upsetting because you remember, and I think we've all read this, that in her conservatorship, it specifically said that she should stay away from knives. Duh. Now that she's off her conservatorship, she's back to playing with them. She's wearing bandages. She has cuts. What do we do? I'm just so confused. What do we do? All you supporters wanted the conservatorship over. Now she's exhibited all this erratic behavior. Where is all of your protests now to save her? This woman has to be more than just in a mental fragility, right? Think about it. She's estranged from her husband that she recently divorced. She's estranged from her ex-husband, estranged from her children, estranged from her parents, and estranged from her sisters. Does she have any friends? Because somebody needs to sit her down and say, look, Britney, I know you don't want to be in a conservatorship, but you need some type of mental or physical guardianship. Q, how does that work for your brother? Somebody needs to be close enough to her to watch her, because now we're seeing her cut herself. And to me, that's unsafe and it shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, so I can't speak directly to her situation, but I am assuming Britney is off her meds.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that she's off her meds, and that's why you're seeing this behavior. All y'all people, all y'all free Britney people, free Britney people, free Britney people. And what I don't like about it is some of y'all are so ornery and want to stand 10 toes down and being wrong that you can't even bring yourself to say, all right, maybe we was a little wrong and she need to be up under something. Y'all ain't gonna be satisfied until that girl mess around and cut her femoral artery with one of them knives. Then y'all gonna be saying somebody should have been over there watching her. Somebody should have been. This is not normal, all right? And y'all need to stop it with this whole narrative of, oh, she was locked in the house for over 10 years, however long. Ain't nothing wrong with her dancing and twirling. Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yes, it is. First of all, nobody over the age 40 coochie be that little. So that's problem number one. Then nobody over the age 40 wear panties out the toddler section. That's issue number three. Then two, nobody over 40 who's had a career as long as she has gets stuck with this same 16 count in this dumb cha-cha. I mean, mama, can we get a pot of beret? Can we get something else? Can we get something?
Baby, that's the prime example of stay out them people business. Now, we was all over there in them people business. Honey, trying to get Britney, free Britney. Ain't nobody saying nothing. We just watching her train wreck. And baby, those dogs was back there in the back like, is it
right? Wait, y'all, production, show the dogs.
Ooh, them dogs
show the production, show the dogs one more time.
The dogs
is like, somebody help us.
Them dogs,
the dogs are like, help us, please.
She got the look at them dogs.
The dogs like, help us, please. Mama got again.
CPS at her door. She got the process server serving divorce papers at her door. Now her ass gonna have Peter at her damn door. If she slang one of them damn knives back and hit one of the dogs, she shouldn't even be able to have dogs without somebody there to stay with her.
Child, speaking of somebody to stay with her, girl. In more Britney news, the singer's mama, Lynne Spears, is reportedly working as a substitute teacher after allegedly being cut off from Britney. Now, according to the Daily Mail, Lynne is struggling to pay her bills and is now working part-time. Britney Spears people, y'all could have let her mama take care of her.
Right.
Y'all could have let her mama take care of her or some. Like, we over here praying for Britney because she is definitely going down the toxic road. What y'all say, guys?
I just want to know if I'll let Funky go. I just really quick. I just want to know. Everybody said free Britney because the mama was taking her money. If she was taking all that money, Britney made $324 million in her career. If her mother took her money, why is her mother substitute teaching now? Boom.
You know what? It's all of it. All of it is funny as hell to me, right? Because this is what the mama get. I don't give a good goddamn. Mama's roles, even when daddies are cracking the whip, mama's supposed to go behind the daddy back and comfort the children and be there and be like, you know how your daddy is. He didn't give you no money, but here go $50. That mama wasn't there to do none of that for Britney. That mama was not in that hard-ass conservatorship. That mama was on some out of sight, out of mind type shit. And just as long as Britney money was pouring in, they was okay. I hope them kids whoop your ass at one of them damn schools.
All right, y'all. Coming up, find out why Italy is coming after Kanye West. Honey, y'all stay tuned. Let me give y'all the tea, baby. Kanye West is accused of breaking Italy's anti-terror laws after he's been consistently seen in public wearing a black face mask. Now, the Italian law restricts face coverings in public unless it's religious reasons. Earlier this month, Kanye and his wife were banned from an Italian boat company after their shenanigans, child. Now, Dineva, what What's your thoughts on Italy coming after Kanye West?
I don't think Italy coming after Kanye West. I think Kanye West over there terrorizing them people, and I love every minute of it. Just as long as he leaving us the hell alone. But I'm gonna tell y'all, American people, what we not doing. We not Britney Griner and Kanye. When they lock Kanye ass up, and he can't get back over here, and he can't make it to the embassy, don't clog up the prayer line. I ain't sending no damn GoFundMe, and I don't want to hear shit from that white woman that look like she don't bathe. I don't want to hear nothing. His ass gonna stay over there and rot in the jails, messing with them pasta eating ass people. He better leave. And listen, anybody who fill up their whole family on nothing but pasta is crazy. You better leave them damn people alone. Leave them alone.
Hey, what you say?
I think it's all planned. I think this is all a part of his plan. And I think, first of all, nobody vacations in Italy for 2 or 3 months. They've been out there for 3 months, right? We've been covering him and his antics. He's been naked. No, she's been naked. He's been getting head. His butt crack has been hanging out. And now he's in trouble for wearing a mask around his face. I think this is all planned coverage that he's leading from his camp.
Oh yes, honey. Kanye West is a media whore, and listen, I love every minute of it. And I'm gonna bag Dineva up and saying that when he gets stuck over there, let him stay stuck. Okay. Now listen. In other news, Kim Zolciak is having a tough time holding on to her marriage to Kroy Biermann. Child. Kim recently claimed that Kroy's divorce petition should be thrown out because they still live together and are still having sex. Kroy, however, is ready to move forward with the divorce, claiming that the relationship is too toxic. Now, listen, I just want to say, I'm still wearing your name. Wearing your name.
They don't know about that Ann Nesby.
I don't know nothing about that.
Sorry, but I gotta go.
Now, listen, do you think that the marriage has a chance this time, Dineva?
Hell no. Hell no. And all she trying to get him to do is withdraw them papers so she could go back and submit them first. That's all both of them doing is playing with each other. And the shit is funny to me. The only thing that I don't like is y'all clogging up the courts with this bullshit. Something tells me, that's Regina Bell, baby, come to me. Anyway, something tells me that Kim and Kroy are purposely doing this media cycle with the shakeup that's going over there at the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Watch Kim ass end up back on that show next season. And as much as people don't want her there, it only makes sense at this point. She's an OG. She going through what she going through, and that alone is going to be enough for them to bring her into the fold.
Yep. What you say?
I agree. I've been saying this the whole time that I thought maybe they were filming some type of reality show, but this makes sense. I think she's really throwing the baby out with the bathwater at this point so she can get back on the platform and make some money. I agree with Funky. But this is what I want to say. Okay, soulmates, I meant to say this earlier, but I'm going to say it now. All right, y'all, we got almost 7,000 people in the chat, and we only got 1,000 likes. Everybody that is glad to see Funky Dineva back on the panel, hit that like button. Everybody enjoying TS Madison this week, hit that like button. Let's go, y'all. Let's get those likes up. I want to see at least 2,000 likes. Come on, can everybody please give me a like on the like? Give me a hit on the like button, please.
Now, Al, I just want to segue into our next story. Speaking of likes, baby.
Oh, yeah, we like this one.
Listen, I want to let you know that there is a new dating show that's causing a lot of controversy over its explicit content. Now, the dating show, Naked Attraction, features contestants who appear completely nude and uncensored, revealing one body part at a time throughout the show to win a date. Now, Al, are we tuning into this new uncensored dating show, baby?
You already know, T.S. Madison, that I watched this show, and
I don't know what it is.
I'm gonna share it with you, fucker. I'm gonna share.
Okay, explain it to
Production, put back up those color boxes, right? So those color boxes that you see right here, people are behind it. So say, for instance, a woman had 6 men behind these color boxes, and what they do is they raise the color boxes up to just the man's waist, and he's completely naked. So the woman can see all 6 men's penises. And she decides from seeing those penises who's allowed to stay on the show and who she wants off of the show. And then they raise the box up higher to show the man's chest. And then the women can see all the men's chests that are still standing with their penises, and they can decide who they want to stay on the show and who goes. Then lastly, they show the face. When they show the face, the woman then decides which 2 men she wants to meet face to face. When she chooses those 2, they come out from behind the boxes, completely naked, head to toe, and they talk to her. She then goes in the back, get completely naked, come back out, and they have more conversation, and she chooses from the last 2 finalists who she wants to go on a date with.
And then they go hunch, because obviously there's nothing left to do after that first date except go hunch if you sitting up there naked.
I'm here for this.
I'm here for it all, Al. Listen, all I need them to do is wrap us up in some Reynolds rap, baby. You hear what I'm trying to tell you?
This just sounds like one big corporate liability. This sounds like the cameraman was making comments about my naked butt that made me uncomfortable. I don't know. This just felt like one big network lawsuit waiting to happen.
Now, Kate Ball says, where's this show at, Al? So it's on Max right now, and it's in Britain, right? It's in the UK. Yeah.
But that shit need to stay there.
No, it don't. Listen, if we can strip it down naked, because a lot of people present themselves with full lies. A person will tell you they got a 10-inch and they ain't got but an inch. A person tell you that those abs is real, it's not real. So we get a person to be able to strip naked and see what they really bringing. Oh my God.
Right, no catfishing here, right? No.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something though. I'm gonna tell you something. The worst criteria to choose a man on is the dick, honey, because the bigger and the better it look, you know that's gonna come with all types of damn problems. So
I mean,
like what?
In American Women, if y'all gonna be a contestant on the show, please go counter what your mind say when you look at that thing down there. Go the other way.
All right, y'all. Listen, I had a good time. I want to thank my co-host Aaron Reynolds and fucking Dineva for joining me tonight. Soulmates, thank you for watching us on YouTube. Get them likes up. Don't y'all go nowhere. Stay tuned for FOXSOUL Face Off. You don't want to miss this, baby, honey. And
have you seen Face Off, Funky?
Yeah.
No, I have not seen Face Off.
It's supposed to be pretty good. It's supposed to be pretty good.
I watch it tonight.
We'll see y'all tomorrow, child. We love you. Bye, girl.
All right, have a good day.